Hello there, welcome to She Network. My name is Joy Leng and I'm the founder of She Network, and this is the Celebrating She Is Strong show. The acronym SHE stands for Strength, Happiness, and Empowerment. She Network is a women networking platform designed to support women in using their innate strengths to empower themselves and others while living engaging and flourishing lives. Margaret Thatcher once said, if you want something said, ask a man. If you want something done, ask a woman. Society expects women to continue carry on the multiple roles that they play in life, to continue to do it well as they always do. And women are guilty sometimes of allowing themselves to be treated with such impossible standards. Women are phenomenal and amazingly strong in how they activate their strengths daily, faithfully, in loving service to others, often at the cost of neglecting themselves. In this pandemic, we have seen this being intensified with women staying home and playing all their roles simultaneously to the detriment of their own well being. It is time to celebrate the strengths of this phenomenal woman that we live with, we work with, and we come in contact with. It is time to celebrate She Is Strong as an acknowledgement of their contributions to all. Celebrating She Is Strong is an extension of the She Is Strong initiative, where we ask the she in our community to take scientific strengths assessment to discover their strengths to support them in this pandemic. Now, in each episode of Celebrating She Is Strong, we want to celebrate the she in spotlight by publicly acknowledging her superpowers featured in her scientific strengths report. Join us in celebrating women as an extension of celebrating humanity united. This show is brought to you by She Network and SuperPact. Today is the fourth episode, and we are celebrating the phenomenal woman Suli and the amazing strengths that she has as featured in her Values in Action report. Values in Action, or VIA survey in short, identifies a person's character strengths in a ranking order. And Suli's top 10 character strengths is first, love of learning, second, self-regulation, and third, honesty, fourth, love, fifth, gratitude, sixth, fairness, seven, zest, eight, spirituality, nine, judgment, and 10, perspective. So let's welcome this phenomenal woman, Suli. Hi, Suli.
Hi, Joyce. Thank you so much for inviting me onto this platform. I really feel so honored.
Welcome to the show. How are you feeling right now?
I don't know what to expect, so I'm just going with the flow and enjoying the process.
Beautiful. And actually, just a fun fact is Suli actually attended our superpower preview workshop even before this, like last year, late last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it was the first time you did the values in action survey, right? And discovered your
Yes.
strength. Yeah. So I was thinking about it last night, and I was thinking how funny it is because I wouldn't have imagined that a few months later I will create this show and you will be one of the she in spotlight. So life is amazing and unpredictable.
It is. It certainly is. And, it all started with our connection on LinkedIn, right? And it took quite a while before I finally managed to get to meet you in person. And then that was at that training on strength. Yeah,
Yep.
that event on strength, which I absolutely enjoyed very much. So thank you so much for just inviting me into your network of interacting with all the other powerful she.
Excellent. I just want to emphasize how powerful it is when you know your strengths and how you can use it to support yourself. I just realized that I have a short clip of you doing a testimony about the preview. I actually have it right
Oh,
now.
yes.
Do you think should we play it?
If you want.
This is really cute, and I love your enthusiasm in the clip. So I'll play it. It's like one minute long. Oh gosh.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Hi, my name is Suli. This workshop is really so awesome. It activated the superpower in me, not just the top three, but some others that's unknown. And it gives me the ability to listen for the superpower of other people that I'm talking to. So this is the takeaway which will really be enriching for me for the rest of my life.
Thank you so much.
Can you hear Suli's zest about her superpowers? I love it.
Yeah, I learned a lot from there. Thank you so much for really conducting that.
Okay, so hopefully today you will not just learn about strengths per se, you will learn based on the sharing from your friends, the best of you.
Whoa.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Awesome, let's go. So we have brought in some of Suli's good friends to share stories of real life activation of Suli's superpowers. So first guest that we have is Kareen. Hi, Kareen, welcome. Let me unmute. Hi, Kareen.
He's muted.
I just unmute.
Ah.
Okay.
Okay,
Hi,
can you hear me?
Kareen. Yes, we
Hi,
can hear
hi
Yeah.
you.
Hi,
everyone. Hi,
Corinne.
Suli. Wow, I'm very excited. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you for
Welcome.
agreeing.
This
Welcome.
is fun. Hi, Superwoman. Hi.
It's every
I
one of
should say hi,
us.
Superwomen.
Indeed, plural. Okay, Kareen, so tell us, how did you and Suli meet?
Oh, I met Suli 8 years ago because the
Oh.
business that we are doing, yeah, in the wellness business. So
Mm.
I met her 8 years ago, and yes, all these 8 years she has been a great friend. And I think the most important thing is these 8 years I've seen how we have grown together. And she's always a great friend of mine, a great mentor of mine. She's somebody that I know I will go to if I have something in my head that I cannot think through. She will be the number one person that will pop up. Yes.
Mm. 8 years
Yes.
is a long time. So happy to have you on the show. You've known her for a long time and not just know her, but work closely with her. So you are really the perfect first guest to share stories of Suli's superpower in real life.
Yes. Got to tell you a bit of secret also. No lah. She has a secret. Everything about her is so awesome.
Open book, no secret.
Open book. Yeah. I flip every pages open.
Okay,
Okay.
Kareen, bring in the stories.
I think Suli is really a very amazing lady. Yeah, she is very strong. She's very fit, and she is somebody who lives her life. She walks her talk. You know, she's not just saying it, but she's doing it. And every day she proved to me that she wants to. Every day she proved to me that she wants to become. I'm sorry about the background noise. Every day she proved to me that she wants to become that better person. Yeah, and that is why I feel very safe with her. I feel I can trust her. Yeah, and her superpower is I think, do I need to list out what I want to talk about her
You can
from those
highlight
superpowers?
what strengths comes up for you when you think about Suli. Any particular
Oh,
stories that shows that?
okay. I tell you, if I look at that list, right, everything is about her. Everything is her. Okay, but I want to
So
say
the
about the
report is
zest
so
and
her, huh?
yeah,
Oh,
it's
good.
her. Yeah. So I want to highlight the zest and the perspective part. I have to say the story is about me. All right. I want to say that she is somebody, I live in Brunei now. Okay. I'm a Singaporean, but I live in Brunei. So
Mm.
I don't see Suli like day by day basis, and we don't hardly even go out because back to Brunei. But when I do fly back to Singapore, she will make time for me, and we will go for those long walks. And during those long walks, that will be the most precious and valuable time for me, because she will start talking, and then she will let me know that what she's been reading and then what she had learned. It's like, for me, it's like so valuable, because someone is learning day by day, and she's sharing what she's learning from me. So for me, it's very empowering. Every time I see her, every time I hear her, I tell myself, I have to read more. I have to learn more, because this lady is showing me that when you read, you are showing somebody, you are giving people values. and that is important because we do not want our conversation just be anything, but it has to be something that can lift people up, that can empower people at every moment. And I got that from her, and I'm very inspired by her. And about the perspective part, there will be times when we all have blind spots, right? And sometimes we have something that come into our head, and we thought I would think that, okay, I think this is it. This is what it should be. But I want to play safe, and when I share it with her, she's able to put things into perspective and help me to see what I couldn't see. So that's the power of Suli. And I have to say that I love this woman. And I have to tell you a story. I don't really like her in the very beginning.
Oh, the truth is out.
Okay, but you know why? Because she's so strong. She's so strong in her character. But then as I learn to know her and as we grow together, because Suli never stopped growing and she never stopped learning. And that's the best part about her. She never stopped learning, she never stopped growing. And from her growth, the transformation took place. And today she is someone that I love to talk to. I will not hesitate to share anything with her. And she's somebody I can trust 100%. So thank you, Suli. You are a great person. You are a great human being with so much to give. And I really love you. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much.
Wow.
I think
Thank you so much.
it's really a reflection, actually. Like, if I have so much to share and you're not willing to listen to, then it's like I'm sharing with a brick wall also. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I think it takes two to clap. And I really enjoy all those long walks where we could just really just talk about anything, right?
Yeah. She's an amazing person.
Thank you.
She's very amazing. Yeah, and she's very strong and healthy and fit at her age, Not many people can beat her.
That's the wellness part coming in, right? So I want to highlight that when you were sharing your story, I also see other strengths of Suli inside the stories, like her number one superpower, love of learning. That's like the heart of everything, isn't it? I think my number one superpower, by the way, Suli, is also love of learning. So I can really relate to that.
Yes.
So
Enjoy it. I
saying,
can tell you. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. And yes, her energy, her
yes,
vibrance,
her
her
zest, right?
vitality. Yes, it's like, oh, I love just you. You will not say you will just love to be around people who is so alive.
Zest.
Yes, that's
the
about her.
power of zest. Yes.
Yep.
And I also think that her desire, and she's always so giving of her knowledge, sharing with you what she have learned. It comes from her zest. She's excited to share. I also think it comes from a place of love, and love is her number 4 signature strength. Love and gratitude.
Yeah,
Lots of that.
I didn't think that I would be a person of love, actually, until I did this work. Because I was like very serious, very fierce. That's why you don't like me in the beginning, right?
Yes, Corinne has confirmed that part.
I think that she, as time as she has grown, she's able to, she has the same great intention, but she's able to express it in a way that, that able to land on people nicely. It was different from before.
That's
before it's like
judgment.
nge. Before it's like nge like, it's like, you get it or you don't get it, that kind of thing. But yeah, she has now it's different, very different.
Thank you for highlighting that, Corinne. I think that it also shows a good way for us to think about the character strength of love. We tend to think, oh, it must be a certain way. It's like, the person will be something like Mother Teresa. But as we can learn from here, Suli's superpower is love, but it reflects very differently because of her own personality. And also, it's also influenced by other superpowers that she has, like love of learning. So she's a good reflection that love doesn't have to be always, in that Mother Teresa form. It can come in many different ways.
Nice. Thank you so
Love
much,
you.
Corinne.
Okay.
Can't wait for you to come back to Singapore.
I wish I could come by as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, thank you, Karine. That was a really lovely sharing. So we have someone else coming, and this is another one of Suli's good friend. So we're going to welcome Wendy. Hello, Wendy. Let me unmute you. Hi, Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
Welcome.
Hi, Karine. We all know each other
Hi.
because of
Hi,
Suli.
Wendy.
Thanks for
so,
coming on.
No
so
problem.
Wendy and Karine, you guys know each other as well.
Suli
Is
is
it?
the connector.
Ah, wow. Then I'm
Yeah,
very curious whether your strength
Wendy is
profile has
another great person.
connected her, huh?
Thank
Okay,
you.
so Wendy, tell us how did
Yes.
you and Suli meet?
Which year? I can't remember. You know, it's like when
Landmark.
things are good, right?
Landmark.
You don't calculate like which year. But
Lost
I
touch
know
already.
Suli. I know Suli in a more formal capacity to start off with. I was running a center and I was leading a leadership program, and she was a participant. You know, she's the kind of student that you would love to have, the participant that you would love to have. You know, when she puts herself in a learning mode, as you can see, love for learning, right? She just more like a sponge. She doesn't come across like she's resisting whatever that you try to share with her. She just take it on, like trying on clothes, and if she doesn't agree with it, she'll tell you. But she does it in a way that does not, you don't feel being disrespected, or you don't feel being dismissed in that sense. So it's really a joy having her. And of course, she has very positive influence on other people as well. She put such a high standard on herself, so you can't help but. So I detour what Karine said. You can't help but want to be better, want to be growing, you know, with her as well. So that's kind of like, you know, the positive influence that she has on people. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you.
I mean, I detour everything that Karine said. You know, I love going for walks with her because I call her the walking encyclopedia. Yeah. So if I introduce her a book, right, before I can even buy the book, she has finished reading the book. So then
Wow.
I realized that, you know what? If I don't really have time to read the book, I just need to go for 1.5 hours walk with Suli, and I will get all the key learning, you know, from her. So that's kind of that's what I got.
I think I should start a business for that.
Yeah. I just call you and you just download all the information. So I'm not surprised that love of learning is number one. Yeah. You know, she just have really speedy like reading skills. Like I told her that I said, you don't read books, you digest books. Like shove it into your mouth and you just eat it. You
Yeah,
know?
good fiber, good fiber.
So there's always something to learn from Suli. She's always up to date on, especially in the area that she's most passionate about, which is, you know, really contributing to people's health. So one of the things, one of the great joy or great benefit that I got from her is her, you know, her determination in, you know, me getting healthy. So she saw that I wasn't being healthy, and she just keep on without really being imposing and all that. She just really take a stand for people, and she just nicely bring, you know, every time I see her, she'll bring up, hey, you know, Wendy, you don't have to keep coughing and you don't have to keep catching flu and stuff like that. So eventually I give up and I listen to her, and just giving you know, like just surrendering to learn from her. And I have to say that, you know, in about short 1 year or so, you know, I've regained my health, you know, and so that's something that money cannot buy. That gift that a friend gives you, money cannot buy. So from someone who led her program to now being a friend, and you know, the biggest contribution that she's given back to me is my health, which is the most important thing in life. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to touch on something that y'all mentioned about love. So Suli said, hey, love showed up in my CIA. I said, yeah, I'm not surprised. But I think you're right, Joy, that she doesn't show love in the way that, you know, normally, you know, our understanding of love is the romantic kind of love, or I love you, or but she showed it in the way that she stood for my health being great. She showed it in the way that she lived life, you know. And so I guess you kind of have to know her to sort of get the language of love that she owns, so it's not the mushy love, but she gives a great hug. If you want a good hug, she does give you a great hug. It's just not the way that people usually think of love. Yeah, but she has a lot of that.
Wow, thank you. And I really want to acknowledge you, Wendy, for just, willing to take on my advice to you on your health. And look at you now. I'm so proud of what you have done for your own health. Really.
Yeah, it's you I don't even know what I'm missing until I got it back, so I think that's you can't put a dollar sign to it. Yeah.
Nice.
So,
Thank you.
thank you so much for having me.
So Suli, it
Good
seems
job,
like
Wendy.
love, the superpower of love keep coming up for you.
Yeah, which is not quite what I expect. Of course, like, the traditional way of love is what I thought it should be. But if that's what you guys are reflecting, then yeah, it really is. Yeah.
Yes, I'm seeing, like, I'm not sure, but based on your facial expressions, it's are you like seeing yourself with brand new eyes?
Absolutely. I'm love.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely your love. But that's because we have seen your demonstration of your superpower of love. So it was a natural, I think, organic consequence that people just naturally want to love you back.
I think
Yum,
the
yum,
thing about
yum.
her being love is that she gives you a lot of room to be yourself.
Mm.
I mean, she can be critical at times. Like, she'll tell you what doesn't work, but she tells you in a way that is not like walk all over you or disrespectful. But I always find that around her, even when I'm not at my best, she's just there. Like, she just allow you to be yourself. And if you ask her, then once in a while, I'll ask her, "Hey, can you give me some feedback?" And she'll tell me exactly how it is. No filter, nothing. You get it. I'm like, but you ask for it, right? So you get it, so you have to receive lah. But that's also a way of
Tough love. Tough love.
love
Love,
is a function
love.
of love is a
Honesty.
function of
Honesty.
accepting. So that's her way of loving people, is to give you
Beautiful.
room to be yourself. Yeah.
Beautiful. I love what you just
Thank
said. Her
you.
her way of loving people is by giving people room to be themselves.
Not
Beautiful.
materialistic kind of thing where you buy things for people, but it's more other things that are even more more valuable. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're still not done with you, Suli. We still have one more friend coming, and here we're going to welcome Camilla. Hi, Camilla.
Hi,
Welcome.
Hi everyone. You know that we all know each other.
Camilla.
Yeah,
Hi.
hi.
Okay, Camilla. So share with us, how did you get to meet Suli?
Okay, so I met Suli, I think around sometime around 2011 or 2012 when you were doing your course. It's a personal development program that I was also reviewing. And then she
Ah,
was a participant. So I witnessed her transformation before and after during that course. So I have that
wow.
privilege of, witnessing that. So I still have that image. It's really,
Wow.
and I'm glad to be in touch with her now because because we are business partners now in health, and also I mean she's a good connector, so she's introduced me to a lot of different business opportunities along the way, which I ventured into. So yeah, so that's how we are always in touch with yeah, and she's very
Mm,
open person and a very good friend.
nice.
Thank
So
you.
tell us some stories, the real life stories where you see Suli's superpower being activated.
Okay, Suri, one thing I noticed is that she's full of energy, she's full of zest, You know,
Best.
yeah. So whenever you meet her, she'll be like, "Woo!" you can't help but also be pulled towards her energy, right? So, and that shows up also when I propose her new, like, an idea or projects, or when we wanted to do the recent live session, I would tell her sometimes in a very last minute, like, hey, do you want to do this tomorrow? Then she will be like, she's just full of energy that even it's quite a lot of things to do and all that. She's always, her energy level is like an energizer bunny. That's what I notice about her. Yeah. And then also, of course, your love for learning. So that's how I knew you first, when you were learning to be a better person, transforming yourself, and then ongoingly. I mean, I because I've known her for that long, and then I've seen, her improving herself. She's becoming more gentle now.
Oh.
Yeah, and and like, I think what Karen said, right? Like, before this, you were very straightforward and all that, but I see now your approach has become very softer and gentler. So it shows that you are really transforming ongoingly. So that's an evidence of your love for learning, and you are also open to learn from anyone. It doesn't matter whether the person has a degree, or the person has low income or low education. You're just I observe this about you. You are willing to learn and understand the another person's perspective and where this person is coming from, so you are open in that sense. Yeah. And also self-regulation. You
Oh.
you told me that you wake up every morning to do yoga, to meditate, yeah, to meditate, right? So,
Yeah.
and then that's what I'm also noticing about you, that you are not only able to self-regulate your own schedule or your life around you, but you're also able to be very composed. Your composure is always very consistent in any situation that you're faced, because I've traveled with you and I've seen you dealt with challenging situations, like last minute change of plans. Your composure is wow. A lot of people can learn from you. You can really regulate yourself very well. Yeah. And of course, honesty, like, you just say things as it is. When I wanted an opinion from you, you just say it without any without sugarcoating it, without trying to you're just saying things as it is, which I really appreciate. Yeah. And
Yes.
then, how come there's no generosity? Like, you're a very generous person. Like, you share
Oh.
your resources with other people. It's like, when
Love.
I need help, or when I would like to, do you have any connections? That you would be readily available to provide. So that's
Well,
another
what's the
strength.
point? What's the point of keeping it?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? I can't take it to my grave. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. And I think it's also fantastic to work with you, Camilla. And I'm so glad that we managed to do some series of live talks together. Yeah, so that was really fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Camilla, thanks for sharing, especially that part about generosity. I love your question. How come generosity not inside? She's always so generous. That was really so cute. I think that that's probably also reflected under the strength of love. Maybe that's the way she demonstrates love, by being very generous with her time and her resources. Oh, I'm curious, what does the rest think about it? What are your thoughts?
I think that I mean, she Suli, if I may, she has a religion, and she really, truly committed, but she has a way of I would say spirituality, which is one of her top 10. The way she come across is that she's really connected to people in that sense. I think that's kind of how she expresses her spirituality, and how she's really connected to the, whatever you want to call it, the biggest source. And so I feel like her generous sharing is from there. So yeah, so it's also gratitude, like what she has, she's very
Mm.
grateful. So she feels like there's abundance So that's why she's like abundance of general, abundance of zest, abundance of learning, abundance of everything. I think that's really that kind of mindset that she has, that she's all connected to everyone. So there's no harm, like whatever she gives, she gets back. I mean, that's not what she expects, but that's the kind of way that she carries her life.
Yeah, I think it's true. We are all connected. It's just that we don't see the connection, the line, but we are all have invincible line connected to each other. That's why we are here, right?
Yeah.
And I'm tapped into abundance. So there's no lack. Nothing is limited. So yeah, everybody should have all.
So Suli, I want to highlight that it's interesting because there is this common thread, right? Doesn't matter how or how everybody meet you, everybody still will share some things that in the end we discover, oh, that's actually her language of love. So it seems like, your love of sharing, wanting to support others, and even in wellness and the way you want to support them in terms of like, I'm not sure, is it nagging? Like making sure that people keep to whatever that's agreed upon. And also, like all of you're sharing is the generosity part. It always go back to love. So for me, that is the most fascinating part. So what have you learned? What new insights have you gotten from today's sharing by your friends?
Wow, I didn't know that I'm such a lovely person. I mean, if I were to put it this way, I mean, like what Karine says, when she first met me, she absolutely don't like me. So I thought that, that's my demeanor, and people who don't know me well enough is going to be turned off by my, straightforwardness and seriousness and all that. But yeah, thank you, ladies. I really appreciate it. And it's like a reflection that I'm such a lovely person. I am love. Yeah. That's a revelation. and I like that. I like that because like what Wendy says, I'm a Catholic. Yeah, but I think all religions are alike, and love is the thing that transcends all religion. True?
True,
Yeah,
true.
and
Yes.
and love is it. It's that it's the thing that holds everything together.
Indeed. So for your when you look at your strengths, we I think that we pretty much touch upon everything, isn't it? In Suli's top 10 character strengths, like everything just burst out, right? Like to talk about the story, other strength, then we realize, hey, you're also using this other strength. So it's very interesting. And I'm just wondering, even the spirituality, we didn't really use that word, but we did have this part where we said that. But I think at the end of the day, Suli has this belief that we're all connected. So why should I? You said a phrase. You said, why should I keep it to myself, or something like that?
Yeah, because regardless of what religion, whether you have a religion or not, I think it's just a form. But spirituality is the one that transcends everything. And if we are all connected to the abundance of the source, no need to hold back anything. We should all share.
Beautiful. And I also want to, I also have my own story of Suli's strength. Can I share?
Yes, please.
I'm
It's
not
your
yours.
show.
I'm not your special guest, but can I intrude share? Because now I want to share also. So definitely her love of learning is very strong. That was why she even came for the superpower preview where we talk about character strengths. And the character strengths of love also show up because she did not come alone. She dragged a friend along with her, which is Shirley. a friend who I think share her superpower of Zest, because between the two of them there was a lot of giggling throughout the whole workshop. They added so much joy to the workshop, so it was really fun. I definitely see that. I only met, even though Suli and I know each other for some time, but that was actually the first time we had the opportunity to meet each other, like face to
Yeah,
face. Yeah, so
exactly.
I wouldn't know how she was before that. So it was interesting for me to hear that, oh, before that she was like maybe, straighter, maybe more stern. But then now, slowly seems to have evolved and she's like more relaxed. So that part was very interesting to me. I wonder whether the part of self-regulation, judgment, and perspective, played a part in her morphing into a better version of herself. You ladies know her longer than me. What are your thoughts?
Mm,
Because like self-regulation means you're always monitoring yourself, isn't it? So apparently she has this self-discernment, is also self-awareness is also one of her superpower. So because from what you described, the before and the after, that seems to be a little bit of a radical change to me, from stern to pretty relaxed. Most people don't evolve like that. They continue being very fierce or being very strict, but according to all of you, she has softened.
I think she has perspective is that she has a big picture in mind. So it's not about like when she gets a feedback, like, sometimes she talks to me about, hey, I got this feedback. What do you think? So I think there's a combination of a few things, love for learning. And in a way, it's also love for herself. That's why she continues to grow and learn. She takes care of herself, right? So I think she has a big picture of what keeps her going. And that's probably why she have that self-awareness, self-regulation to want to change. And she's self-motivated, like she doesn't need anyone to push her, she does it on her own. Yeah.
Mm, mm.
I
Can I
might.
add?
Yes,
Yeah, please,
please.
please, please.
Okay, to me, I do not know how to classify into which category, but I think that Suli is somebody who is able to accept. She has that acceptance. She is able to accept what you say to her. She will not feel being judged, but she would take it as a feedback, something that she knows that she can work on and open to
Mm,
receive, so that she can work on to become better. Yeah, she's
mm,
open to accept whatever that is coming for her, and from her own perspective, she's able to just make it better. So I find that people like that is great, because she's not fixed in her mind. She's always going, she's always striving to be better and better, and she knows that she willing to accept that she is not right all the time. And I think that is very powerful, because sometimes, like, she's so great, she's academically she's great, she's intellectually she's great, she is like what Wendy was saying, she's like a walker, a Wikipedia. When you walk with her, she's like, she knows everything.
yeah.
But yes, she really knows a lot of stuff, but the thing is, she also know that there are things that she don't know, and she
Mm.
is willing, to work on that. Especially when there are times that when I will tell her that, Suki, maybe you can soften a bit, on character part, or probably this time you
Mm.
sound a bit harsh. She will not take offense, because I know she is so open, and she knows that her friends are giving her feedback, because how it lands is this way, but she will not feel judged, but she just want to be better. Okay, she will accept, and then she will make it better, and that is so great. That is so great on her part, because she
Mm.
is willing to change. She is able to accept what people's views on what she did, on that situation, and she's willing to change, and that is great. Yeah, so,
Mm.
and that allow us, and that allow me to give her feedback, because I would not like, okay, keep it and things like that. I think that is the key to improvement, progression, because she's open.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. Every opportunity
Yeah,
is a learning
that's my sharing.
opportunity, isn't it?
I also
Yeah,
want
thank
to
you.
and
add,
because you
right?
are like that, so you
Yeah.
allow me to be that way too.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
also want to add that in the eyes of society, Suli is a very successful woman. All right. So, and because she's climbed up the ladder in the corporate sector, I mean, she's a wonderful mother. You know, she has most of the checkbox ticks in the eyes of society. But you know, but yet that keeps her. But yet she's very humble to learn. You know, that's one thing that really inspires me. That, oh, okay, you know, when I have all those checkbox ticks, I want to be like Suli, to keep on going and learning and be humble and to know my roots, and be grounded and be connected with humanity. Like those things that we have doesn't really translate to who we are as a person, but Suli is a very great example. She's an epitome of that. I am a person of love, and I don't care what I have or don't have. I'm still this person love, and that's what I very inspiring.
Wow. So nice.
Oh, I got
Thank
something
you.
to add as well. Just picking up on what Karine said about acceptance. I think one thing I know that when I'm around her, I don't need to be anybody else but myself. Because that I think that's really what love is.
Love
And I
again.
think
Yes.
I think we, most of the time we miss that because we are always looking for love expressed in a certain way, whether buying things or whatever lah. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with buying things. So Suli, you want to buy me something, please buy me something. But
I know what
no,
what will make you happy. Something
but
sweet.
yes, dessert. So I always feel like when I look back at times when I'm around her, I don't need to be perfect. I don't need to feel like I need to be any other way but myself. I think that's true definition of love. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Today really helped me to define what love is. Nice. Thanks, ladies. I'm so grateful. You know what? I think we should rename Wikipedia as Sulipedia. Or maybe I should set up a new website called Sulipedia.
Why not? Why not?
New business idea.
I told you you can actually do synopsis of all the books that you've read. And people
Maybe,
pay
yeah.
for the synopsis. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who's going to come into my website and look at all
Well, you
those
have a
books.
blog, right?
Yeah, but my blog is more on wellness, health and wellness, rather than on the books I read. That was Wendy's idea.
Oh, yeah. And it's full of ideas.
Yeah. And maybe because of remember that landmark course that I went to? I think that was pretty transformational. Pre-landmark, I guess, like what Karine said, you don't like me. And I can imagine why, just stepping out from corporate. Oh, no, I wouldn't even like myself.
Oh,
Yeah.
that I have to correct you.
Bruh?
I have to correct you on that.
Okay.
No. The landmark, the first two part, you are still so strong. It's
Yeah.
still in my face. It is after the communication.
Oh,
That
yeah.
transformation from the communication. Then, oh my God, then you start to talk. Then you start to then we start to have real conversations.
Yeah.
Then you start to allow me to give me that space to really express what I want and what I need. And then we truly have a conversation after that.
True.
But before that, it was still a lot of Suli says.
Yeah,
But it
sorry
was
about
all
that.
good. It was all good. No, it was all good because even with your strong character, right? I myself, I'm very a strong character person as well. But even though I receive it that way, but I know you are all coming from good intentions, and that is why we are still friends from there onwards. You see, and we have that opportunity for us to progress, to learn, to transform, to grow together. That's why I think it's all good. If we did not have that, then we didn't know how good we have become. Okay, sorry. Yeah, how good we become. We shouldn't apologize for the growth that we had. Yes,
Yeah.
we have grown. Yeah, we have really grown a lot. Yeah, so I really thank
Woohoo!
you. Yeah,
Thank
because you
you.
create that
Thank
space for
you.
me too. Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, thanks to all of you. I've learned from everyone.
Thank you so much, ladies. I feel like I've also learned from all of you, learning about the how the character strength of love can manifest itself. Because for values in action, we are talking about character strength. So we have words like love, kindness, gratitude can feel very loaded, right? And can feel we know what it is, yet at the same time it's so vague and abstract. People struggle with the values in actions survey versus say strengths profile, because strengths profile the word are more specific, like time optimizer, planner, organizer. So we can relate with all this word. We pretty much know exactly what it means. When we talk about, oh, your character strength is love, then people go like, huh? What? Like Suli had that challenge. I don't really see myself that way. So I think today, Suli, would you agree it's quite empowering conversation from your friends? These are like the best people to ask, right? People who you're surrounded with, who see you often, knows you well. So this is your language of love. This is how you manifest your superpower in real life.
Wow. First of all, I want to thank Joy for inviting me onto this. Initially I thought, wow, I put myself on a pedestal. It's like so embarrassing. But I took it on anyway out of curiosity. And next is really so loving and appreciative of three of you ladies who, readily accepted my invitation to come on and talk about my strength. And the discovery of my language of love is something that I didn't expect out of this conversation. But I am taking it on, and it helps me to define who I am today, and something that I can build on further. So thank you really, really so much for this opportunity. It's so magical.
Awesome. So one of the motivation for starting this show, celebrating She Is Strong, is because that's what I noticed about women. Women don't have this concept about celebrating ourselves. Would you agree? We're always busy celebrating other people,
Yes.
paying attention to other people, the children, the husband, in a workplace, but it's never us. It's like a foreign concept when it comes to ourselves. Seem like compassion, but self-compassion, most of us don't even exactly know what it means. So that was the motivation for starting this show, so that women can experience, it is okay to give myself permission to celebrate myself with my friends and my family. And I can give myself permission moving forward to continue celebrating myself in big ways, small ways, every day in my life. So it was my desire to introduce this idea. It's such a simple idea, but women are not embracing it enough, celebrating ourselves.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
really
Well
want
said.
to thank you and acknowledge you for really taking this on, and creating a platform to allow women to be aware and showing up as that superpower. Like you said, most of us, we just focus on husband, children, work, other people, right? Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you,
yes.
everyone.
Yes. So may
So
this
awesome.
show be a reminder to us to always celebrate people around us, and most importantly, celebrate ourselves. So let us always have the occasion. Every day is a new day to celebrate ourselves and our superpowers, because we use it so often in loving service for others. Let's also use it to serve ourselves, to take care of ourselves.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So Suli, actually, I'm still not done with you.
Huh? Not done. What more is
Uh,
there?
Unfortunately, there is.
We are ready to wrap up.
Unfortunately, there is some technical challenges. So I want to bring someone in, but this person for the last 15 minutes is having trouble coming in because of bad connection. So I'm still want you to know that she made time to show up, even if I'm not sure if we can see her or hear her. But I thought it's important for you to know that someone else is willing to show up for you.
Wow.
Want to make a guess? Who is that?
Santa Claus.
Shirley.
Santa Claus.
Shirley.
So I am going to bring her in. I can't really see her from where I am, but I just want to bring her in. So let's see what happens. Yeah. Okay. So this person is. Yeah. She's having
Still
a
connecting.
challenge. Yeah.
It's raining over there.
Lost in space.
Lost in space. She is circle.
Powerful sauce, this one. Look.
Oh yeah.
This one, the force is strong with this one, so cannot anyhow see. Yeah. So yes, this person is Shirley.
Shirley Po.
Yes, Shirley Po.
I guessed it right.
Wendy, so smart.
Yeah, I also know Shirley, so
Yeah. Wendy
you also know
knows Shirley.
Shirley.
Camilla, you might know Shirley, no?
Sounds familiar.
Yeah,
I
except
need to see her face.
Corinne probably would not know Shirley. Yeah, you're too far away in Brunei. But
Yeah,
she's
so I know she caught up with you recently. I asked her to be surprise guest for you, and she agreed. So we kept this from you.
yeah, because she's been so busy, so I don't
Yes,
even dare to bother her,
yeah, but busy as she might be, she showed up, and she's been trying hard the last 20 minutes to come in. So I'm going to. Okay, let me try this other one. What about this one? Let me take this one out. How about this one? Ah! Hi,
Yay!
Shirley. Can you hear us?
She's frozen.
Yeah. Her
She's
internet is
frozen in
really.
space.
Frozen in time.
Yeah.
Frozen in time. Oh, she's gone.
Yeah, she's gone.
Can you
So
see
oh
me?
I
dear.
think. Oh, she's back.
Shirley,
Shirley, can you hear us? Oh, we can hear you move.
Can you see me, hear me?
Oh my God! Well
yay! Hey, you're frozen still, right?
I can slowly hear you.
No good.
done. Okay. Okay. Welcome, Shirley. Thank you for your superpower of perseverance.
Ooh.
Okay. Let's see if we can hear you. Can you say something, Shirley?
She's frozen.
So thank you for sharing, ladies. So actually, the last 15 minutes I've been trying to
Cannot.
get you guys to elaborate on Suli's superpower so that we can get Shirley in. And it's pretty amazing because you guys actually then started to share even more. So actually, like it seems like we have only touched the tip of the iceberg when it comes to talking about Suli's strengths. But then, as always, strength is lifelong journey. It's your own personal relationship with your own superpowers. It grows and evolves as the person's change. As you know, it's very interesting for me to hear about Suli's transformation as well. I see how her strengths have evolved according to where she is right now. So I've also learned because of that. I think that Shirley probably cannot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I thought it's very important for you to know that Shirley made that attempt and made time
Yes,
to show.
yes. Really, really
Yes.
so appreciative.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So, ladies, thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you for
Thank
helping
you.
celebrate Suli and her superpower. Yeah, this session with Suli is made special because of your presence and your sharing. So I want to say
Love.
thank you.
Love. Is that how you do it?
Love is like that, right? Love is like that, right? I like that.
Love.
Okay, she's back, so I'm going to try one last time to add her on. Hi, Shirley.
East Coast network sucks. She's in the East Coast, right? Hey, Camilla, you're also in the eastern part.
Yes, I am.
Hello.
I'm also in the
Hey,
eastern part.
Slowly.
It's just Shirley where she is.
Shirley, say something.
Cannot.
Cannot. Yeah.
No worries.
But well, we've seen the Shirley demonstrating her superpower of perseverance. That's very inspiring. Okay, then we shall leave the show on a high note with our superpower poll.
Yay!
Excellent.
Okay, thank you, ladies. Thank you for coming on the show. Okay, till the next episode. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Mwah, mwah, mwah.